I know. We're gonna run it at the start of the game here. Okay. Is that okay? Yeah. I remember during the football season, so they were like manually. Are we still gonna have to do that? No, which I look like, why I'm happy. I'm happy that I'm upset because I don't like this way. I don't like the way how it looks, but it's something. Yeah, I want you to know. I visited
Good evening, Lacrosse fans, and welcome to LPS Stadium. Tonight's matchup is the home team Arapahoe Warriors versus the visiting JSerra Lions from California. Officials for tonight's game are Jay Mainwaring, Charles Mullins, and Gregory Bolt. Starters for the visiting Lions: number 1, Douglas Lorimer; number 2, Mason Stevens; number 7, Ash.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Arapahoe Sports Network. My name is Trey Larson. I'm joined alongside Mason Lanier. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, whether you're here in our home state of Colorado or out in California or anywhere you are in the world. We appreciate it. Tonight, a great matchup. JSerra Catholic taking on the Arapahoe Warriors. Both these teams having great seasons. Warriors coming into this number 5 in Colorado, 58th nationally. JSerra coming in at 9th in California, and 37th nationally. JSerra just starting their Colorado run. They've got a game versus Dakota Ridge on Friday. Warriors just finished up their California games, in which they played La Costa Canyon and Santa Fe Christian. They won both of those games. Then they played Kent Denver on Friday. Last Friday, they won that one 17-5. Dominant performance. But it all rides on this game here. I'm joined alongside Mason Lanier. Mason, what do you got for us?
Yeah, remember, Trey, last time we saw Arapahoe, they lost to Regis, and it was just a rough start. They faced the #1 team in Colorado, but since then, Warriors on a 5-game win streak, like Trey said, beating Kent Denver 17-5. Nick Parker been dominant for this offense. I believe 5 goals last game for Kent Denver.
Yeah, and on top of that, 3 assists as well.
Yeah, he's been outstanding. 21 goals, 28 total points, 3 goals a game. Offense should be just a fun battle here tonight for both teams.
JSerra gets it started with a face-off win. Number 7, that's Asher Stevenson. Stevenson, a senior attackman. Brady Yang. JSerra 8-3 coming into this one. Throw it back behind the net. Nick Pangborn in goal for the Warriors. He's been solid this season. A shot and easily saved by the goalie. Now going the other way, Warriors lose it. But now looks like Sullivan will be able to scoop it up. Sullivan with 4 against Kent Denver. Now Napalili. Napalili, the Bryant commit. And now Warriors bring it back up. Get their substitutions in, as we always see. Senior captain Max Bandel over at the 40-yard line. Now Wilson and Barca come in.
Napalili through the 6 games, 16 goals, shooting over 53%. Efficient early on in this season.
And Wilson up top. Back to the X. That's Napalili. Barca. No shots yet for the Warriors. 2 minutes gone already. Just taking their time here, trying to find a good opportunity. Sullivan might have it here. Spins back. Doesn't get a good opportunity, so he'll just dump it off to Wilson. Now Wilson rounding it. Down to Barca. Napalili spins. Up to Barca. Barca with an opportunity, but an easy save for Douglas Lorimer. JSerra struggling to clear it. Finally, long toss caught by the long stick. He gets it knocked out. Warriors, middies doing their best here. Scooped up. That's Garrett Draus. And now Pangborn will set up here. Back to Pangborn in the middle. Then over to Gilchrist. Now Gilchrist gets it up over to Max Bandel. Warriors back on the attack just like that. Mastro Giovanni will come on for the Warriors. He has it. Going right with it, down the line. And then just back over to Napoli. Slow start for both teams, just one shot for each. And Sullivan, that was a great opportunity for him. He's not shy. He'll get in the crease in your face like that, but a good save again from Lorimer. Now JSerra moving quickly. Dumps it off to Brady Yang. Actually, I'd like to correct myself. I believe I've had the wrong goalie the whole time. That's Logan Alpe in goal. Shot from Paul Lugo is off the goal, but JSerra does keep possession. Brady Yang over to Lorimer. And back to the X. Good defense from the Warriors. Yet to let up any truly good opportunities here.
Gilchrist and Daughters leading the team. 8 takeaways for Daughters, 7 takeaways on the season for Gilchrist. It's the defensive players you want to hear their name.
Connor Gilchrist there. And good transition again for the Warriors. This time, another shot from, or this time a shot from Parker.
Logan Alpe, 96 saves on the season, has just above a 500 on his team's save percentage. Been busy in front of the net for the Lions. Lions a little weak when they come to the crease, but Alpe been solid.
Tyler Napoli spins up to Wilson. Wilson down the right lane. Gets pushed, so loses his opportunity there. Then Sullivan now back to Parker. Parker with 8 points against Kent Denver. Spin from Bandel. Bandel, top left corner. Warriors strike first.
Yeah, top shelf there. And Alpe just couldn't reach the cookie shelf. As Arapahoe early lead, 1-0.
Max Bandel been such a solid midi this season for the Warriors. That face-off being fought by Dominic Frank, and it'll go JSerra's way. Apologize, that score not updating yet. That's not our, and there you go.
Bandel, 9 assists on the season. Great offensive distributor, just getting inside the net that time. Averaging nearly 2 assists per game. Bandel and Sullivan both leading the team.
A little bit of a windy night here. Got 10-mile-per-hour winds. Six minutes into the game, Max Bandel, the only scorer. JSerra will come back out on the attack, and they'll have a shot to even this one out.
Yeah, so far we've just seen two very strong defensive teams. JSerra coming into Colorado ready to fight. Arapahoe, first home game since March 10th. Also ready to just fight in front of their home crowd.
Looks like actually the ball will start in with the Warriors, so refs changed their mind there. Again, JSerra, 37th nationally, Warriors just above that at 58. So trying to fight to gain some places there. Of course, both teams, a lot of high school lacrosse teams, they'll play out-of-state opponents, try to get a little more recognized, especially Colorado to California. That's great. It's great recognition for the teams. Nick Parker up to Wilson. Wilson gonna spin back, gets tripped up.
Wilson, one of the most efficient shooters on the team, 60% on his shootings, just finding the best shots and acting upon them.
Napalili, good opportunity for him. Nick Parker keeps it with the Warriors. Parker gonna have a shot. Looks like that might have went off the goalie's head. I'm not even sure. Another good opportunity for the Warriors. Tyler Napalili with it. Napalili rounds around the crease. Then spins back. And his shot goes. Napalili puts the Warriors ahead by another one.
Napalili burying that shot. 17 goals now in the season. 24 points, 53% shooting.
The unassisted coming off the inbound. And the Warriors with the early lead. Dominic Frank to do this face-off. And a false start. And it'll go the Warriors' way once again. Warriors really struggled with face-offs at the beginning of the season. Our last broadcast against Regis especially, they struggled.
Yeah, but Frank's been that guy. 49% when he takes a face-off, he'll win it. So Frank's that guy they want at the center.
Max Bandel. Warriors slowing down the pace here. 4 minutes left in this first quarter. Down the right lane. And he stopped right in his tracks, then goes back to the X. Giovanni with a spin. Doesn't like his opportunity there. Now Parker with it. Up to Bandel.
What you see with this Arapahoe offense, as soon as they get the ball, they have a very smart first step, allowing them just to get around their defender and create these open looks that they've seen early.
Master Giovanni, his pass misses, looking for Sullivan, now gets it to Bandel. Bandel puts it bottom right. Another goal for the senior.
Warrior goal, number 2, Max Bandel.
Max Bandel with 2, Napoli with the other, and the Warriors with a huge lead in the first quarter.
Bandel just going a bounce goal right between the goalie's legs.
This time we got Shane Fox on the face-off, and that is won by JSerra. Oh, big hit. Gets delivered on Fox. Fox able to get right back up. Napalili now moving quickly. Parker goes back up top. And now Landon Wilson will hold it as Warriors bring in Mastro Giovanni and bring out Nicholson.
You've seen the Warriors just control the possession early, something we didn't see back March 10th against Regis, where they struggled to even have possession. They're just fighting for their possession this time. Flag flies.
Flag comes out. That'll be on the Catholics. Ball on the ground, and the whistle comes out.
Was it just me, or did the ref throw the flag really high?
Yeah, he did. Warriors on a 5-game winning streak since that game against Regis. Regis was the first game of the day, so a solid bounce back so far for the Warriors. They beat Poudre, Cheyenne Mountain, Santa Fe, Christian, La Costa Canyon, and then Kent Denver most recently.
Yeah, it's tough to start your season playing the #1 team in the state, especially since they were supposed to play a team that they definitely could have beat that got rained out and
Rock Canyon.
Yeah, moved to a later date.
And that date, I will grab that.
24th, I believe.
That is correct. April 24th. That will be live here on Arapahoe Sports Network. Nick Parker, long goal. How do you do?
Yeah,
Nick Parker, another delivers again for the Warriors. His first goal of the night.
Parker just uses the quick stick. 22 goals now in the season. And, I mean, he's just been dominant, leads the team.
Nick Parker has struggled with injuries, but when he's healthy, I mean, he is.
This guy's a monster, yep, when he's healthy.
There's not many better on the field when he's healthy. Finally, JSerra able to quickly win a face-off, and what a save from Nick Pangborn.
This is the first time we've seen JSerra just catch numbers on the other side, and none other than Pangborn stopping them.
We're going to get a replay on that real quick. Tried to go top left with it. And Nick Pangborn, the brick wall that he is, makes a fantastic save. Sullivan to Jensen Berry. And now Milky brings it in quick. Tried to find Napoli, who was wide open in the middle. But pass not clean there. Gavin Barca going left. And now they find Nick Parker in the back. Then back to Milky. Jensen Berry back to Napoli. 30 seconds now. Warriors will have the last shot if they want it. Sullivan spins, going left. Couldn't find anything out of it. Now back up top to Milky. Milky goes over to Parker. 10 seconds now. That's Barca with it. Barca wide open, but his shot misses just too high. Clock does stop. Nick Parker will have to get this one in quickly. Good opportunity. Oh, so close, but well defended. Nick Parker was able to get it into Milky, but JSerra smothered Colin Milky. So that'll do it for the first quarter. And we will take a quick break and be right back with you. But thank you for joining us here on Arapahoe Sports Network. Your score 4-0.
Attention here at the end of the first quarter. wanted to announce a Warriors for Warriors is a capstone project of 5 seniors from Arapahoe High School, including lacrosse player Garrett Drous. Their goal is to, now listen to this, their goal is to raise money to pay for one active military member's emergency flight home. They have shirts, bracelets, and stickers for sale, and a GoFundMe, and the QR code is on the screen. If you'd like to support this cause, additionally, if you're committed to serve or have served, would you please stand and be recognized?
All right, back here, shout out Garrett Drous, Warriors for Warriors. His senior capstone project along with 4 other senior guys. If you didn't hear that announcement, they are trying to raise money for a soldier to get an emergency flight back to America. They have a GoFundMe set up, if you can find that on their Instagram account at Warriors for Warriors. Face off here. Ball still on the ground, and it looks like it will be picked up by JSerra.
Something about this JSerra offense, if they get going, they can definitely put goals on the board. Their last game on April Fool's Day, they beat Servite 18-5.
They have no struggle in scoring, but they've got to get past this Warriors offense and got to get the Warriors, or they got to get past this Warrior defense and get the Warriors offense out of possession of the ball.
Yeah, just since the last time we saw him, the Warrior defense has improved immensely just from stopping the attacks and not letting JSerra get anywhere near the crease.
Shot there came from Lorimer. Nick Pangborn able to stop that pass that was coming across his face. And now moving quickly, that is Jack Olney. Now Napalili. Warriors really dominated the time of possession so far in this one. It's been a huge key to why they have those 4 goals. They've played slow and steady, but been able to get shots on the board. Now Olney comes off, and Mastro Giovanni comes in. Bandel just wasting time. Now goes over to Landon Wilson. Wilson at the 30. Bringing it across the middle, then dumps it off to Mastro Giovanni. Mastro Giovanni loses it. Scooped up by the Catholics. And now going the other way. Pangborn all the way out of the net. Risky business for the senior goalie. He's running all the way back. He's back in net now.
Yeah, Pangborn just recognized what JSerra was trying to do, just trying to get the offense quick. But Pangborn's shutting that down.
Yeah, Pangborn, a heads-up player. He's not scared to get out of the crease. I really like that about Nick. He is a senior next year. Jackson Westcott will be at the helm in goal. Westcott recently committed to Stevens Institute of Technology in New York. We're very happy for him.
Yeah, Westcott will be exciting to see him just come in.
Yeah, it's such a hard situation. I mean, Westcott, a really good goalie, but just hasn't gotten the minutes with Pangborn. Pangborn also a really solid goalie, and the seniority and Coach Bob Zine picks Pangborn.
Yeah, Bob Zine likes to put in Westcott if Warriors' lead is big enough, and you'll see Westcott get in today if Warriors continue to put on a show.
Jack Olney brings it down, then over to Sullivan. Sullivan spins back, and then back up top. That is Rylan Wells. He'll come off just as soon as he came on, and then Max Bandel with it. Landon Wilson comes back on the field. Then over to Gavin Barca. Barca down the left lane. Back up top, Nick Parker down to Bandel. Then Bandel, ground ball over to Wilson. Warriors moving the ball well. Napalili spins, looking for a shot, doesn't have it. And Bandel able to save the possession. It'll be Napalili going to throw it in. Up to Barca. JSerra doing a good job of trapping the Warriors when they come down the lane. Barca trying his best there, but again, good defense from the Catholics. Sullivan with a quick shot. Went a little underneath wrist shot.
Arapahoe being very patient with their offense tonight, leading them to 4 goals, especially Bandel has 2 already.
Oh, big shot from Sullivan, a deep one, and he puts it right at the right spot.
Yeah, Sullivan, that will be his 12th goal on the season, averaging 2 a game. He's the one that kind of balances out this offense, 12 goals, 9 assists.
4 of those coming from Kent Denver. Lions got to answer here. They are down 5. Still early in this game, of course. Lacrosse, anything can happen quickly. Dominic Frank winning the face-off for the Warriors. And now it is quickly scooped up by Napalili. Runs all the way up from behind the net. That's Sullivan, the goal scorer. Then Bandel. Bandel also with 2. Warriors, their trio, so good. Nick Parker, Tyler Napoli, Sawyer Sullivan on attack. So they are so hard to defend. And then when you have guys like Max Bandel and Gavin Barca as middies who can also score goals, I mean, it is such a force to be reckoned with. It's very hard to stop them, especially once they get into their groove. Seems like they have all the control right now. Master Giovanni back to Napalili. Napalili spins and throws it behind the net to Sullivan. Sullivan finds Parker in the middle. What a save.
Yeah, great ball movement by the Warriors. Just Alpay able to track the ball well.
Sullivan wide open right in front of the net there. Good defense again from the Lions. And now finally they have it in control, but got to clear it. They've struggled here tonight. Logan Alpay in goal. That's Sullivan hawking him from behind. And now finally a whistle comes out. And it will be in favor. Nope, it'll be a timeout called by JSerra. So we will take a step away. Thank you for joining us here on Arapahoe Sports Network. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. JSerra with an opportunity here. They've got to start getting shots on goal soon. Warriors continuing to dominate the offensive possessions. Brady Yang holding it. Over to Ang. Good shot, finally. The Lions able to answer. Douglas Lorimer gets on the board for JSerra.
Lorimer leads the team with shots on goal, 40 shots on goal for them. Goodrich and Stevens are also efficient shooters, but Lorimer is good at getting just tons of looks.
Brady Yang on the assist. JSerra wins the faceoff quickly again, and then they lose the ball, and Franks is able to pick it up. Timeout, Bob Zine trying to call a timeout. And now JSerra will call one. So they'll get a nice clean possession coming off of this timeout.
Yeah, whatever they talked about in that last timeout, working a little bit, able just to get an offensive possession really going. First one we've seen that they've kind of had the ball for a while.
And once again, we will step away for another break. That on the screen currently, that is the fundraiser. So scan that QR code. It'll take you to their GoFundMe. Feel free to donate if you would like. Be right back. Back here, Douglas Lorimer got the first goal for the Lions, finally on the board. 4 minutes left in this second quarter. Still plenty of time for JSerra. Another shot. This time it goes high. That's Asher Stevenson. Warriors do keep, or Lions do keep possession.
Yeah, Stevenson's a name you're going to hear a lot more if this JSerra offense can continue. 38 goals on the season for Stevenson.
Brady Yang. Spin. And over to the X. That is Stevens, and a good save from Pangborn once again. Able to get it done as always. That replay did not work. We apologize. Showed his great save from earlier.
Pangborn has a lot of great saves. It's not bad that we're watching any of them.
Tyler Napalili slows it down.
I like that Arapahoe's been patient with their offense tonight, just allowing them to just create their open looks. And Alpay has been saving their good ones. Warriors would be up by a lot more.
Lennon Wilson spins and then up to Master Giovanni. His shot high.
Number 23, Luke Mastrogiovanni.
So Sullivan rounding the crease, spins back, and good save. The putback almost in, but off the leg of Logan Alpay. Now Napalili with it. Alpay barely escaping that altercation. Barca trying to get something to happen. His pass into Napalili is dropped. Now Wilson up top, bounce off the turf and in. Another goal for the Warriors, make it 6.
Warrior goal, number 32,
Landon the Truth Wilson with another huge shot for the Warriors. Dominic Frank will do the face-off for the Warriors. 2 minutes, 16 seconds.
Wilson, like I said earlier, one of the most efficient shooters on this Arapahoe squad. Converts on above 60% of his shots.
A call holding on Franks. Alec Dodders on defense there. Under 2. Lions swinging it around. Feel like if you're JSerra, I think you kind of need something here before heading into halftime.
Yeah, you need to, I guess, pick it up on both ends, offensively and defensively. You can't be down 5 goals going into half.
Good defense from Dodders. And now a timeout called from Coach Bob Zena, the Warriors. And now with 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining, we'll be right back. Thank you for joining us here on Arapahoe Sports Network.
timeout called by the Warriors.
Nick Pangborn been a steady force in the net tonight for the Warriors. 5 saves on 6 shots on goal. And the only goal scored by Douglas Lorimer. Warriors quickly moving downfield. Gavin Barca with it. They'll have a minute to possibly push this score to a 6-point lead. Bandel, under a minute now.
This isn't what JSerra can do. Just let the Warriors tick time off the clock before half. Need to pressure them a little more.
Whatever you're seeing on the screen, that is AI. Gavin Barca. Now Landon Wilson with it down the left lane. Switches to his offhand, back. Spins back, then up top to Bandel. Bandel down the left lane. Spins back again. Less than 10 now. Landon Wilson, his shot gets deflected. Bandel picks it up, but ball on the ground, and no team will get a good shot off right at the end there. More AI on the screen. Okay, well, that will do it for the first half of play. The Warriors dominating with 6, JSerra with 1. And we will be right back in 10 minutes. But thank you for joining us here on Arapahoe Sports Network. Still 24 minutes left to be played after the break.
Rose said, let's take this game really seriously. This is a huge game. This is how we get recognized. And then it's putting AI lock on my screen. Bro, we watched that video in class today, and it was like first half. It was TikTok, and some guy was like, AI is like really everything. Look at this chart that some people might confuse with a real chart, and it's like it's literally Charlie. It's a sharp and rising. It's like people are confusing this with reality.
Here we've got some buddies from National Team here.
Bro, Max, I don't want to go back. It's Nerf was one of the best ones for a while. Like Johnson right now is just Bro, stop! Oh my god, bro. Don't put triple T on my screen, bro. Wait, why do you just not care about taking your picture? We have like viewership all the time. We just dropped 30 people. We're at 342 people. It just dropped. It just got pretty fast. It literally says on my screen, views 180. No, that's no. It literally says concurrent viewers. It says views 182. Oh, 185 now. Went up to it. Went up 2%. It went up to 185. It's all because of our good commentators. Because of the AI stuff. Matter of fact, what if I just shut down this video? minutes of that. Wouldn't that be awesome? Yeah, exactly. Well, they were talking about that. I was over there. What? They were like talking how much about Matt's birthday. This used to be a serious broadcast. I mean, what is happening? Is your video for the Rockies show or for Mason, how's your though? It's pretty good. I'm just kidding. Keep talking. Wait, you were doing kiss cam? You squeaky bob. Bro, that was me. Wait, bro, Matt, is it true that when you go to prom, like, when you go to someone's house after prom, don't you, like, set up fence so you can our after prom is just like 2 days. It's 12 to 2. She was like, yeah, I could, yeah. He looks like I'm sorry, that was, I'm sorry, that was too simple.
All right, back here to play 26 minutes, or excuse me, 24 minutes. That's bad math. 24 minutes here of action. Warriors lead this one 6-1. Max Bandel with 2 goals, Tyler Napoli with 1, McParker with 1, Sir Sullivan with 1, and Landon Wilson with 1. So Warriors sharing the wealth tonight. Doing a good job of getting the ball around. For the Lions, that's Douglas Larimer with their only goal. And I have lost the ball.
Warriors have numbers.
That's all the way over there. Apologize. Goalie scoops it out of the air. And now long pass.
JSerra just needs to maintain possession this half if they want any chance at really getting back in this game. We saw from the Warriors just manhandling the ball the whole first half. JSerra needs to figure out something.
Yeah, Warriors really benefited from time of possession. I would say they probably controlled it 75% of that first half. Asher Stevenson back behind the goal for the Lions. Now back up top and then a goal. Quick pass and quick shot. I don't have a number on that.
Stevenson with the goal.
No, it's Gavin Goodrich. Stevenson on the assist. Face off, false start. False start. Warriors with it. JSerra comes out of half strong. Goal within 2 minutes. It's definitely still possible here for JSerra, but it's going to be interesting to see how their defense has adjusted for this second half after the Warriors' 6-point first half. Gavin Barca goes out right and then finds Napalili, who finds Mastro Giovanni. Giovanni finally puts one in the back of the net. We've seen so many shots from him this season. We saw the sigh of relief there. Bottom left for Mastro.
Yeah, Mastro Giovanni, maybe a slower start to the season than he wanted, but he's slowly finding his rhythm, especially with that goal right there. Plenty of opportunities for him tonight as well.
Warriors answer quickly off of the JSerra goal. And now Shane Fox on the faceoff. He'll lose, but ball on the ground and able to be scooped up by the Warriors. Now Tyler Napalili with it. And then over to Bandel. Bob Zine giving Fox his props for that face-off. Landon Wilson with a good opportunity, and he does it. No, he didn't. Somehow saved. I'm not even sure what happened.
Yeah, it looked like it rolled in, but I guess the goalie just fell right on top of it. JSerra with a chance of their own, and that will go in.
That is a huge swing. Landon Wilson was wide open on the other end. And now, within 10 seconds, JSerra puts one in the back.
Yeah, JSerra took advantage of maybe the Arapahoe confusion. quickly have the numbers on the other end. Quick stick there and just got by Pangborn.
We'll get a name on who scored that one. The second. That was number 15, Joshua Altamirano, who scored that. The defensive midi. This time Franks on the face-off for the Warriors. And again, the Lions win it. Going the other way quickly, good save from Pangborn. Then scooped up again, JSerra open. And they'll call a crease violation before any goals could be scored. A good break there for the Warriors defense. Catholics finally starting to put shots back on goal. 4 points, the spread now. That is Lorimer. Then over to Hill. Back to Lorimer. 4 minutes gone in the start of the second half.
We've seen JSerra change a lot, especially in their offensive strategy early on, getting 2 quick goals right from half.
Bad pass off the ground. Goes the other way for the Warriors in possession now. Parker. Barca with it. Warriors slowing it down, trying to gain momentum back after JSerra's 2 goals. Nick Parker up to Wilson. Wilson at the X. Spins will go back to the right side. And now the Warriors will reset again up top. Mastro, the recent score there for the Warriors. Barca over to Mastro Giovanni, had a good opportunity. And the ground ball will be scooped by Daughters, who takes a hit. And the flag does come out. So Warriors will have a chance here at a goal, and then they'll have a penalty call. Nick Parker in quickly. Top left. Parker once again getting it done. His second goal of the night for the Warriors.
Parker getting it done. Just buries that goal. Really using the smart, shot placement there. Nothing more.
That'll clear the penalty. Six minutes to go in this quarter. Again, thank you for joining us here on Arapahoe Sports Network tonight. My name's Troy Larson, and I'm joined alongside Mason Lanier. So here's Sullivan. Sullivan holding it well. The subs come on. That's Bandel and Wilson in for the Warriors. Bandel over to Wilson. Wilson spins down the right lane. And then just tosses it back to Napalili, who goes all the way over to Parker. Warriors, they just keep this same slow offense, and then whenever they want, they just can speed it up just as quick. Ground ball here, able to be scooped up by Wilson. Good recovery there for the Warriors. Now they'll have a good opportunity here with the defense out of position, but Bandel's pass too high for Sullivan. And now the Lions will try to clear it the other way. Losing it, and now scooped up by Barca. That was Paul Lugo. Now Parker up to Colin Milkey, who will reset at the top.
Kind of more of what we've seen from the Warrior offense. Slow and patient.
That's Jensen Berry with it at the 40. It's a chilly night here. Jay Sandoval with it now. Nick Parker up top in the middle, down the right lane, and back to Napalili. Sandoval. Sandoval fakes the pass, then goes to Bandel. Bandel thought about the shot, but well contained by the defense. Now Bandel open. Bandel, a good save. And then Alpe able to get his stick on it. And another opportunity to try to clear it for the Lions. They've struggled a lot here tonight. And it looks like they will successfully get it in transition there. Now on the attack, quickly, JSerra, good save off the foot of Pangborn. Shot came from Mason Stevens. Cameron Hill over to Larimer. Excuse me, that's Brady Yang. And then the pass over to Hill again. Hill holds it. Now to Lorimer. Lorimer going right. Then to Hill. Hill, a big shot. JSerra keeps possession.
We've seen JSerra just able to finally control the possession a little bit more towards the end of this third quarter, despite them still being down 5. Just improvement on the offensive front.
Lorimer up top. And then back behind the net. Lions with a different approach than the Warriors. They run 2 people behind the net at the X spot versus the Warriors 1. Under 2 minutes left in the third. What a move from Brady Yang. And there's not much Nick Pangborn can do about that one. The unassisted goal in the bottom right corner of the net. JSerra now within 4. They are climbing back here slowly but surely.
I'd say look out for JSerra to just keep the pressure on the Warriors. They're always going to be looming around. Matter of, can the Warriors just close them out?
Face off won easily by the Lions. And in transition, again, smooth. Hill. Hill will get his substitutions on the turf. That's Jack Corali coming on. Spins. Then over to Hill. Hill swims. Hill gonna have an opportunity. Good save from Pangborn. Again, stays with the Lions. .30 seconds now left in the third. Hill. 15 now. Hill gonna have a shot opportunity. Goes high. And so Mason Stevens will give his team one last chance here. Stevens spins. He'll take the shot. Good save from Pangborn. And that'll do it for the third quarter. Nick Pangborn playing a great game here. But finally, JSerra starting to actually put some solid shots on net. They score 3 in that quarter versus the Warriors 2. So we'll take a quick break and then be back with 12 minutes of lacrosse. Nick Parker, Max Bandel with 2 goals each for the Warriors. And that man Shane Fox right there doing a good job tonight. The freshman playing face-offs, taking about half the face-offs this season. And the injury was Colin Milkey, who is able to walk off the field with his own power. Looks like it was some sort of leg injury. He's got a limp in that right leg. On the face-off, it is Dominic Franks. He's winning about half his face-offs this season. Warriors really struggled at the start, but have picked it up since.
We've seen JSerra in that third quarter, their offense, they tried to be a little more patient, and it allowed them to get 3 goals in that third quarter, but the patience might have to wear off, and they might have to start rushing the offense if they can't get anything early on in this fourth.
That's Jack Olney. 12 minutes left. JSerra still in this game. It's not over till it's over. Parker. Parker to Wilson. Now Wilson to Sullivan.
Milky's getting a concussion test on the sideline.
We've word that Colin Milky getting a concussion test on the sideline, so not a leg injury. Now the Lions going the other way quickly. Shot opportunity, misses left. Came out of the stick of Rocco Tompkins.
Wasn't Milky the one that had 2 concussions in football? Oh, that's Fukuhara.
Warriors able to get back possession. Sullivan. And up top with Landon Wilson. Now Wilson brings it back behind the goal into the end zone. Over to Napalili. And then to Bandel. Warriors over spring break 2 weeks ago played 2 games in California, where this JSerra team comes from. Those were against Santa Fe Christian, who they beat handedly, and then La Costa Canyon, which that game went to overtime, and Nick Parker hit a game-winning shot for the Warriors. Who else? They won that one 9-8, so 2-0 sweep in Cali. JSerra delivers there. That's Calvin Tresson.
That's what they need right now, making this game close. 3-goal game.
Might have jinxed him a bit there. The California school able to push it now to just down 3. And this will be a huge face-off here. Shane Fox to take it for the Warriors. And it looks like ball still on the ground. No team clearly won it yet. Finally, the Lions do pull away with it. That's Hill, Cameron Hill. Now Hill slowing the game down. Back up to the top as Brady Yang runs in. Long pass over to Yang. Ang, good pass and an open shot. Goal from number 18, Gavin Goodrich, his second of the night. And JSerra just like that within 2.
And JSerra making things interesting now, forcing the Warriors.
We've got ourselves a game on our hands. Warriors defense struggling here in this second half. But props to Coach Guy of the Lions. Outscoring the Warriors here 5-2 in this second half. And those 2 goals coming from early in the third for the Warriors. That shot from Ang misses, and now Pangborn has it. Throws it up to Milky, who's back on the field. Milky not able to grab that pass, but Jack Olney scoops it up off the floor. Now Olney quickly thought about a shot, then just dumps it off to Napalili, and Olney will run off the field. Sullivan with it. Warriors need their playmakers to step up here, but They're going to do it slowly. They're going to try to waste as much time as possible here. Bandel with it. Bandel down the left lane. And throws it back to the X spot to Nick Parker. Napalili. Now, Landon Wilson. Wilson in the middle. And then he'll go to Mastro Giovanni, who got a nice goal earlier in this contest. The most recent goal for the Warriors. Bandel spins around, looking for his third goal of the night. And then he dumps it off to Napalili, who spins. And his pass, he was looking, it looked a little too fast to be a pass, but wasn't on target at all. Tried to get it to Sullivan. Sullivan spins quickly and a shot on goal. What a shot there from Sawyer Sullivan. Gets his second of the night. And our replay bugged again. Apologies for that. Ruins the moment there. But Sawyer Sullivan, huge there. Finally, the Warriors able to break the streak there. JSerra went on a 4-0 run. Ball on the floor, and the push from Dominic Franks will make it go the other way for the Lions. Deep hole with a shot, and he puts it in. The bench thinks they got a goal there. Ref does not agree. Warriors going the other way quickly. And the Lions all out of sorts right now.
I'm pretty sure that hit the net. To me, it looked like it was a goal. But obviously not. Play continues.
Ref yelling at Coach Guy to get back. Lions very adamant about that, what they thought was a goal there. We'll let you be the judge. Now Landon Wilson with it. Then to Sullivan. Sullivan rounds the goal. And a good save, and then scooped right back up by number 4. Then over to Wilson again. Now Warriors going to slow it back down. 6 minutes to play. Half the quarter gone already. Wilson tries to go over the top. Misses high. And Napalili with it now. Napalili rounding the crease. And again, shot too high. And this time Wilson will have it. Max Bandel over to Parker. And then Mastro Giovanni spins. Deep shot off the stick of Alpe and out of bounds. Giovanni loves that shot from the middle, just absolutely gunslinging it in. Swim. And then he loses it. Able to recover, though. Wilson in the middle. Wilson eating up that hit. Still with it. Then the long pass. And Parker will keep it in bounds by the hairs of his chinny chin chin. Gets it into Wilson. Wilson tries to spin, but a great save from Alpe. Alpe not in a good position, but scoops it up off the net. Good opportunity there for the Warriors, but great defense from the Catholics. And a whistle here and a timeout called by the Lions. We will take a quick break and be right back. Brady Yang, 1 goal tonight. He has it. Finds it in the middle. And too easy for Mason Stevens. Gets it past Pangborn. JSerra within 2 once again. Keeping it close here with 4 minutes left to play.
JSerra able to control the ball well. Going within 2, scoring 6 of the goals here in the second half. Dominating.
Dominic Franks. Huge face-off here. 4 minutes left. Ball on the ground. And it looks like the Warriors will win it. They do. Colin Milkey able to scoop it up there. Looks like he got cleared. Was getting that concussion check earlier after an injury. Now Sullivan with it. Sullivan up to Bandel. Bandel with 2. Now 3 minutes, 30 seconds. Nick Parker. Warriors could waste a lot of time here. Lions got to be aware of that.
Yeah, no shot clock in high school lacrosse.
Gavin Barca then goes to the safe option, which is Napalili behind the goal. Napalili not forcing anything. All these players experience, they know the situation, know what needs to happen.
Yeah, Warriors they should be patient here. Just
really not even a reason to even shoot it.
Yeah, as long as you have the ball, JSerra will just get a little grumpy at one point. But
such a good opportunity for Bandel there. That's one you have to shoot. There is some sort of call there. And
Sawyer Sullivan not happy about whatever that was.
The call is in favor of the Warriors, though. Up to Parker. 2 minutes, 30 seconds. Already this possession wasted 1:15. And that is Barca over on the far side. Barca, quick feet, but loses it. Now JSerra with an opportunity. Got to be smooth in transition here. Long stick loses it. And now into the hands of the goalie. And now a timeout being called by the Lions. With 2 minutes remaining in this game, down by 2. The Lions on a 5-1 run against the Warriors in the last 16 minutes of this game. We will step aside for a break, but thank you for joining us here on Arapahoe Sports Network. Don't go anywhere. It's just starting to get good. A minute and 57. That's 117 seconds. Count it on your fingers.
Good job, Trey.
I know. I'm good at math.
Thank you.
What?
I meant good job.
Cameron Hill. Up to Eng. Lions got to move quickly here. Eng bringing it down, then goes back up top. Up top to Lorimer. His shot misses. Ball stays with the Lions. Two-minute drill. Gets it into the middle. That pass, though, is dropped. That was a lucky break for the Warriors. Now Hill with it. He loses it. Good defense. Connor Gilchrist trying to get it. Ball on the ground. Milky scoops it up. Milky the other way for the Warriors. Less than a minute now. And a timeout. No. Some sort of penalty. Some sort of call there, and now it's the other way. We are not very educated on what the lacrosse calls are. We apologize for that. Cameron Hill with it. Hill, big hit. And that shot misses left. Now 40 seconds and a timeout being called by the Warriors. 40 seconds to go. This is a great game here. JSerra has pulled all the way back into this one.
Yeah, JSerra just needs to focus with their offense. They need to rush a little bit more, especially just hold on to the ball. That's been a little struggle for them. Down to 38 seconds. The shots just have to start pouring. Yeah,
they've gotten really good opportunities here. Like that one just a minute ago, it was right in the middle, but just the drop pass. I mean, that's a goal all day if they're able to complete the pass. But
they've had good chances all day. It's just Pangborn's been there to stop those. He's had a couple of great saves down the line, and this is what's led them.
Yeah, and that is ultimately what it's coming down to is those Pangborn saves we saw earlier in the game. There were two really, really good ones we got replays of. Those, the difference right now. You know what I mean? That's Nick Pangborn making a huge difference in this game like he always does. But Warriors They've played close games before. Of course, that La Costa Canyon game just a few weeks ago where they won in overtime. Nick Parker on the game winner.
JSerra trying to just run that X spot right now. They have to start pouring in the shots. Another save there from Pangborn.
Yeah, Brady Ang's shot. Missed left. Now Asher Stevenson. And less than 20 now, so they'll have to score quickly and then win a face-off quickly. It's looking pretty much out of reach here, but you never know. Goal there.
There's a goal.
It's not over yet. Cameron Hill puts one in the back of the net. Now 1 goal the difference, and it'll come down to number 25 and number 24, the face-off guys for these two teams. Luke Bittner for the Lions and Dominic Franks of the Warriors. 15 seconds. That is plenty of time. If JSerra can win the face-off handedly here.
Yeah, the only issue is 15 seconds. They have time. Once they win the face-off quick enough, they have time for 1 or 2 shots max.
Ball on the ground. Franks picks it up. Franks gets hit, and a timeout quickly called by Bob Zine. What a high IQ timeout there. Bob Zine knows what he's doing. Franks, that is got to be one of the plays of the game, man. Dominic Franks fights for that face-off. And now with 9 seconds, the Warriors will come out of the timeout with possession.
And that's what Franks has been known for. His face-off win percentage. Over half of the face-offs he's taken, he's won. And 9 seconds left. Warriors, like Trey said, will start with possession. JSerra has to get an immediate turnover, but if then, still looking out of reach.
Wow, what a game. I mean, really got to hand it to the Lions. They really fought in this second half. They went into halftime down 6-1, and now they've scored seven goals unanswered against the Warriors 3.
Yeah, they didn't come here to Colorado just to be in a game. They wanted to win, but Warriors just taking away that opportunity. They have one more chance to just get out of Colorado with a win.
It'll be Jack Olney to start with it for the Warriors. Interested what the strategy will be here. With 9 seconds. It is not a lot of time, but
not at all.
I'm sure he'll be double teamed immediately.
Yeah, you see number 2, number 27 for JSerra.
That's Stevenson Hill.
One of their biggest defenders. So Franks will look just to get a pass away. Be interesting to see. You wouldn't want to go backwards, but might save them the best time. He'll launch it.
Yep, the high ball.
That's very smart.
Kind of what I expected. Now 3 seconds. And the long shot, and that'll do it. The Warriors win this one. Barely escape. 9-8. They dominated the first half. Then JSerra came out and dominated the second half. But the Warriors squeak away here, and they're able to beat the 37th ranked national team in the U.S. That is huge. This will be a huge boost, and the Warriors push their streak to now 6 games in a row. JSerra, they'll play Dakota Ridge for their second Colorado game, then fly back to California. But what a game for the Warriors. Really fun one here at Littleton Stadium. Thank you for joining us here on Arapahoe Sports Network. I've been Trey Larson. I was joined alongside Mason Lanier. And to all of you at home, whether in California, whether in Colorado, or wherever you're sitting tonight, we appreciate you. Have a great night, everyone, And as always, let's go Warriors.